Hello and welcome back to Syracuse, New York for Gatekeeper and Heiser Media's combined coverage of the 2024 Syracuse Open, sponsored by the Pies Guys. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth by former champion of this event, Dan Brooks-Wells. How's it going, Dan?
Doing really good, man. Excited to be out here. We're going to have to keep an eye on this weather for this round, but we got an awesome lead card here.
Yeah, Harry Chace leading the way at 19 under par, followed closely behind by Ezra Lockington, Ethan Yawger, and Matt Miller. A couple other names as we take a look at the rest of the leaderboard, looking to make a push at this title.
Yeah, and this is just like Clay West, this is a very scoreable course. Definitely a lot of places to get in trouble, but a lot of holes to get the birdie on out here. And this is one of them. This is hole one. This is a par 3, 465 feet. It's downhill the entire way. Just a bomb of a shot off the tee, but plays more like 360, I would say. Maybe 370.
Yeah, just a nice wide hyzer. Harry actually gets this one turned over a little bit. Is going to end up a bit low on the hill there with a long putt coming back at him.
Yeah, there's obviously it can get really windy on this hole, and you can see this hill is just taking these discs and kind of pushing them off to the right. And this is Ethan Yawger. This is a young gun from Lancaster County who can throw a mile. And this disc looks like it's stable enough, but I don't think it worked its way back left enough. And you know what? I lied. This doesn't take 380. This takes more like 410. I didn't realize it was 460. So and here is Matt. He is a local more towards Horseheads, New York. So not too far away, but he's been in the scene for a while.
Yeah, and that was an upshot from Ezra Lockington. Shot the hot round on Clay East, a 10 under par. Apparently playing the course blind, which is pretty crazy, and a Canadian as well. So very excited to see him on the card. Yes, exactly. So Harry Chace with a long look at the birdie here on hole one, just a bit high, catches some branches. And Ethan actually made it all the way up inside the circle. Just a bit off.
Just a tad. This is a good one to start your day off on. Definitely, it seems more like a bonus one, especially because of the distance, but getting your par, not too bad of a start.
Yeah, vast majority of the field taking par on this one. It averaged 3.04.
So here is Ezra trying to knock one down and save his par.
About 15-footer or so. He is able to connect.
Very nice. And as the rest of our players tap out for par, this course has a good amount of mix of open holes, wooded holes, plenty of elevation to be had, as you can see from the first hole. So we'll really get to see all the different skill sets of our players. Right, hole two. This is a par 3, 371 feet. It's really more of a sky hyzer. So you got to put somewhere between 380 and 400 feet worth of power to get it over everything and kind of spike it in. You can see Harry, it kind of flips up on him. This wind is taking these discs into places they're not expecting right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can see those trees whipping in the background. Super strong left to right headwind that is just not letting these players push that hyzer the distance they would like. If anybody can reach this basket, it's going to be Ethan. We'll see how close this thing gets.
It is.
Yeah, Ethan took a little bit of a lower line to keep it down out of that wind. I wonder if that helped him at all comparatively. And Matt, not known to have the largest arm, but he's accurate for the most part, and he has a really good putt. So, see if he can keep it going at this course.
A bit of a misrelease on his drive there, but does get through. So with an opportunity to save par. This looks wide though.
Yeah, I think the wind took that, and that looks OB.
Yeah, it did not cross back in bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, he will be taking an OB stroke, and this wind showing its teeth early.
Yeah, you can see here, like if Harry Chace is throwing a max distance backhand hyzer and ending up 100 feet short on a 371-foot hole, that's just how you know how windy it is.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a pretty good drive from Ezra. A little stepper at it, but just a bit short.
Yeah, only one birdie on this hole. That is a nice putt from Miller. Knocks that one down. David Fleck, the only 2 on the day. That is quite impressive, given the conditions.
Yeah, these first 2 are some of the harder holes to birdie, but now we're going to be getting into the meat of the course where we want to start racking up those birdies. So this is hole 3, par 3, 276 feet. Tunnel out the gap, downhill, and a very guarded green, especially on the back side. So you want to make sure you stay out of there. I think they pushed this basket back since recent years. It used to be a little closer. I do like this change. Makes it just a tad bit harder.
Yeah, correct. There have been a couple of pin position and tee pad changes throughout the years, I think, since you've played the course, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is a nice welcome change. Makes a nice tucked, protected green. This backhand turnover does shape a lot better to kind of drift right before you get to those backside trees as opposed to the forehand. This one is looking like it's on a line.
A little bit of an ace run there. He's asking for it to get down. It seems like it might have. Should have a putt. And Ethan said it.
Not ideal on that forehand, just a bit low and early.
Yeah, it's
likely be a very tough scramble.
Yeah. Here's Matt. Matt is comfortable with the forehand, but the forehand play doesn't seem to be a park it play on this hole anymore. It used to be with the old position, but it's like the backhand's the one. You can see how Ethan, what he is dealing with. Looks like he gave himself an outside look at the par save.
Yeah, not a bad scramble shot at all. Harry just a bit low on that birdie look. Yeah, and Ethan just outside the circle.
He knew it out of his hand, just a bit high. I like the confidence in the bid as far as, giving it a solid run, but just a little high out of the hand. Matt having to straddle out, probably just not flowing right with that one. The weird stance.
Yeah, had a tough lie. And speaking of tough lies, I think that was Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is Ethan. So that was Ezra's drive, I guess. That is a really great putt to
Absolutely.
keep the damage to a bogey.
Yeah, well done.
If you're going to run the 40-footers from circle 2, you got to make sure you can connect on the comebackers.
Oh, Matthew.
Maybe some early round nerves with the putter.
Maybe. He probably threw that one farther than he had through his upshot. He was in a really tough spot.
Yeah, those woods behind the basket are thick.
Are you ready to elevate your disc golf game? Introducing the Rapid Routes Logbook, your ultimate tool for mastering the sport. Record shot shapes, analyze your performance, and discover your winning strategies. The Rapid Routes Logbook by Rapid Rivers. Chart your path to disc golf mastery. Get yours today at rapid-rivers.com. Just float.
Take a walk over to hole 4. This is a par 4, 431 feet. There's a winding creek on this right side that plays OB. You're trying to get down to this landing zone somewhere right in here. And then you are pitching across to the right over onto this peninsula green. So this is risk reward. You can really try and crush one down there and get yourself a jump putt for your 3. Or you can lay up with like a mid-range and play it a little bit safer. Didn't really see where that one got to.
It's a beautiful hole, very reminiscent of a hole at like Idlewild that we see on the Pro Tour with the kind of meandering creek through it. Seeing players kind of, as this one actually sneaks through nicely. Definitely the miss is that left side. That hillside one catches the disc nicely.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's no OB on the left. It's just a little bit of woods if you sneak in too far. And even that should be okay. But even this is a touchy shot. Like, there's a lot of OB to throw over. You know, it's a very precise landing zone.
That one got caught up a bit short, as we see where Harry's drive landed. Pretty good spot. Has a bit of a flex forehand into the green. Got overturned.
Yeah, he got hung up a little bit early, too. Yeah, and you can see just having to jump putt over OB twice. I mean, it's only 430 feet, but it's a dangerous 430 feet.
Yeah, Ethan playing the hole how you'd like. Just a pure tee shot and a nice stress-free jump putt up to get his birdie.
There's a good bid by Matt. Staring down OB right behind the basket. I mean, you could see the basket's like 5 feet away from OB.
Yeah, if Harry's laying up a 36-footer, you know it is a death putt. So surprisingly, it took us 4 holes, but we do see a birdie out of this lead card. Off to a bit of a slow start all around, but I'm sure they'll pick it up here soon.
Absolutely. A little surprising, but we are dealing with a decent amount of wind. So definitely a factor, but we are here at hole 5. This is a par 4, 503 feet. Landing zone is down past this tree right about here. And then you are pitching through this small gap. Or you might want to go up and over to get to this very protected green. So a lot of people throw forehands into there, or they'll throw like a turning backhand to try to get way deep down to the right. And this is too far. This is not. I don't believe he's going to have anything from over there. And Harry is going.
Is this a play for the green?
Yeah. I would think so.
Wow, that is a wild shot. We will see how it ends up. It looks like it was on a pretty good angle, and that is an insanely overstable disc, but doesn't get the skip for Matt.
Nah, hit like an invisible root out in the middle of a field. This looks early.
So a wide variety of shots here on hole 5's tee. Gonna see how these players attack the green. Matt going for that up the gut line, but does not hit the gap.
And if he dropped early, that is gonna be OB. There is a little creek there as well. So Ethan actually not in the worst spot here. Oh my goodness. That was so good.
Wow. Buttery forehand there into the green.
Looks like Ezra got through, and now he laid up wisely. Oh, and just Catches the tree on the left.
And is this Harry's drive?
I think so. So he was across the creek on one and just absolutely pins it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if Matt was in bounds or if he hit those trees and then kicked back OB.
Yeah, we will see here in a second when his score pops up.
But what a fantastic save from Ethan. But definitely not the easiest hole. You have to play position golf. If you get too aggressive off the tee, we found most of these guys were not in great spots. Oh, just pulls it a bit.
That is a tough score there for Ezra, carding the 7. And I believe Harry hit the trees on the far side of the creek and dropped back into the out of bounds. That's why he had that weird lie. So he's going to have to settle for the par. And that taps in his boat.
All right, hole 6. This is a par 4, 507 feet. Pretty open here. You just got to deal with these bushes at the end, kind of near the basket. So this is where the landing zone is. You can lay up of those, or you can try and crush it over if you got the distance. And this is a little uphill as well. So you'll see a lot of people. I'm actually surprised to see Ethan lay up because he is one of the farthest throwers probably at this event. But maybe he's tried it and just decides it's not worth it.
Harry is going to try it, though. And we will see where that ends up. It is. They do have a tailwind here, so definitely if it's worth going for, because as this hole plays kind of back parallel in the opposite direction to what we saw on hole 2. So if there was ever a time to go for it, it would be now.
That seems like it's going to be just fine. So Matt showing us the Tommy.
Up and
They're
over.
liking it.
Yeah, we'll see if the distance was dialed in. Ethan just breaking the hole down. Forehand. Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, I like it, Ethan. And you can see what distance can get you. Just an easy little pitch up. Yeah, and some of the bigger arms are going to get putts out of it. So Matt went a little deep. Maybe got like a weird roll. Who knows?
Ooh, a good effort.
Close.
Is this Harry's look for eagle?
I think so. Get down.
Gets the top. What an effort.
That was a good try.
So no eagles on this card, but we did have 2 in the field. The Zachs, Zach Sisson and Zach Doyle, both carding the 2 on hole 6. Well
Crushers. Done. Very good. We got one par tap in, a couple of bird tap ins here. Definitely not one you want to miss, that's for sure. This did play as the easiest hole on the course at almost a half a stroke under par. Hole 7, par 3, 310 feet. Kind of like a dog leg to the right, so you can throw a forehand in here, but to park it, I think the backhand is kind of the play. You just want to make sure you're not early right. If you're early right, you're in jail.
Nice looking forehand from Ethan, going for that kind of low, straight at it route. Harry trying that backhand line, gets the thumbs up.
I think he'll be at the bottom of the hill. It'll be a putt, but it's probably not the type of shot he was looking for. Again, this like goes downhill and then comes right back uphill. So we'll have to see where these guys landed.
Yeah, the forehand kind of just playing for a nice long putt. This one is looking good if it gets the finish.
Yeah, as you can see, it just didn't work its way back up the hill. Man.
And a great effort. Left side chains does not quite stick.
Couple of putting woes here for Ezra. He's going to need to pick it up. A missed opportunity for Ethan as well. Matt able to knock it down to take the only birdie on the hole.
Yeah, kind of surprising after everybody, at least within 40 feet at most, just get a little swirly wind, a little lack of confidence from the card, nobody able to connect, so 3 tap and pars.
Hole 8 into the wilderness, par 3, 309 feet. This is a turnover, right-hand backhand turnover shot through these woods here into this guarded green. Very specific line off the tee. You can throw a hyzer flip forehand and get there, but a lot of the shots I see actually get down and into the pin, or the backhand shots. And Matt catching an early one, pretty common. If this can get through.
Yeah, kind of taking a little backdoor line. Looks like it got through most of the way pretty clean. Harry's opting for that turnover shot you mentioned, Dan, and that looks very nice.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot I like. He should have a look. That looked high enough to get to the right enough. Matt chopping what I'm sure is a justice. That was awesome.
Yeah, that just very overstable. Got all the way back. As Harry just a little bit off again. Not quite finding the putt from circle 2.
There's a
Ethan might have.
Ethan.
That was a great putt from 40 feet or so. For his birdie, starting to make a move.
Yeah, absolutely. He's dropping some of these putts, taking advantage of some of the missed opportunities from Harry. And Ezra still on the struggle bus right now. He'll have another 10 holes to try and fix that up. Good save by Matt.
Yeah, it was not in a great spot off the tee, but managed to make it work. Still snag the par, hole 8. Play right in the middle of the pack at a 3.13 average.
Hole 9, tunnel shot, par 3, 274 feet. It's a tunnel. This is the name of the game. Throw straight. Throw a putter, throw a mid-range. Just throw it straight. Easy, right?
Easy, right? Jinx. We will see. This does not quite flip enough. Catches the left side for Ethan, and that was quite rude. It just rocketed into the woods. A bit pulled for Miller there. Catches the right side.
Here's a good shot. Get a little scoot up there. Should be putting.
I feel like Harry just never misses gaps like this. Like, his backhand putter game is so good.
It's pretty elite, yeah. Common tree from Ezra. And just pulls this up shot.
Oh my goodness. Sparked it.
Oh, it snuck through.
Have a par putt coming up. Ethan actually not in a terrible spot. Just kind of has this pitch up jump putt for his par. Try to give it maybe a little run for the camera.
Matt
Long look
also
for
with
Matt.
just short. I've seen him drop those in a time or two. Comebacker for Ethan. Solid comebacker. I mean, he was still, 20, 25 feet away.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Harry will be the only person to have the chance at the birdie at this point.
Gonna have an awkward putt though. I have to straddle out, work with these branches.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect him to get something going here. Yesterday, his putt was just on, so he has to think about that momentum and think about what he did in the previous day. Here you go.
Just sneaks it over the rim there to grab the birdie, to extend his lead to 3 strokes. Got to be feeling at least pretty good. I mean, he had a 1-stroke lead coming in to the round, able to push it to 3, with nobody really on this card at least doing anything too crazy.
Right, but there were a lot of close people on Chace and even the third card, so we'll really have to see where people are at. Harry, you can see those 2 birdies on the card. Hasn't had any mistakes as far as bogeys go, but only 2 birdies so far.
Okay, he's going to definitely need at least a couple more to bring this thing home on the back 9 as we take a look at the rest of the top 10 with only 9 holes to go. Danny Moynihan, Andrew Cochran, Jesse Longenecker 6 down through 9, making some moves up the leaderboard. We'll see if they can keep it going, put some pressure on Harry Chace. We've got 9 holes to go. Make sure to hop over to Heiser Media's YouTube channel if you want to check out the exciting finish to this year's Syracuse Open. We will see you over there.